Could Wilt Chamberlain really have averaged almost 9 blocks a game? In the recent discussion on my previous article, the legend of Wilt Chamberlain resurfaced, particularly the fascinating claim that during a 112-game period in the late 1960s, he averaged an astonishing 8.8 blocks per game. But is there any truth to this striking statistic? I find myself skeptical. When considering Wilt, we often encounter a mix of myth and reality. While many stories are likely rooted in truth, some may be more embellished than they appear. This incredible narrative is further examined in the title of a 2012 biography dedicated to him, aptly named Larger Than Life. Given that I currently lack the ability to access and analyze game footage from the late 1950s to 1973, the year Wilt's illustrious career concluded, I sought alternative ways to explore this claim. I delved into historical message boards, unearthed spreadsheets from distant memory, and even utilized the advanced capabilities of DeepSeek to conduct regression analyses. My goal was to use data from when the NBA began tracking more comprehensive statistics, ultimately leading to formulas that could help estimate the shot-blocking capabilities of Chamberlain and his contemporary rival, Bill Russell. The results of this regression analysis cast doubt on the idea of Chamberlain averaging 8+ blocks per game, suggesting instead that while he was undoubtedly an excellent shot blocker, these numbers may be exaggerated. The analysis indicates that in the 1960-61 season, which was his second in the league, he likely peaked at around 5.3 blocks per game. Moreover, it estimates that he averaged approximately 5.2 blocks per game during his rookie year, and his overall career average hovers around 4.4 blocks per game. To put that in context, during one of his most celebrated performances, where he scored 50 points and grabbed 25 rebounds, his estimated block count was about 4.9 per game. While these numbers are impressive, they fall significantly short of that eye-popping figure of 8.8. The regression also places Bill Russell in a similar category as a shot blocker, with a career average of 4.4 blocks per game. Although he may have peaked slightly lower at about 4.8 blocks per game during the 1963-64 season, his 8th year in the league. However, these analyses certainly don't provide conclusive answers. It's important to recognize that there are likely more refined methods of conducting this analysis that could yield even more accurate results. Additionally, I found an intriguing point raised by Mike G on the APBR Metrics message board, where he highlighted that since the NBA began logging blocks, no player with over 1,000 minutes of playtime has managed to record more than 1.6 blocks per personal foul, a feat achieved by Manute Bol in the 1986-87 season. Chamberlain was known for his discipline on the court, averaging only about 2.0 fouls per game, despite playing over 45 minutes on average. Russell exhibited a similar trend, with around 2.7 fouls per game and an average of 42 minutes on the court. If we assume they were both as effective at blocking shots without fouling as Bol was that year, their estimated blocks per game would decrease from 4.4 to approximately 3.2 for Chamberlain, and from 4.4 to 4.3 for Russell. But let's ponder this for a moment. What if they were even more adept at blocking shots without committing fouls? Perhaps twice as skilled as Bol. This scenario would boost Chamberlain's estimated average to a higher threshold. If we apply the assumption of 3.2 blocks per foul, we could inflate Chamberlain's estimated career average to around 6.4 blocks per game, with a peak of 8.2 blocks during the 1969-70 season. Ironically, the same year he missed 70 games due to a ruptured patella tendon. If we stretch this assumption further, considering he might be 4 times better than the all-time best at avoiding fouls while blocking shots, we could speculate that he could have averaged 8.0 blocks per game for his career, with an exhilarating full-season peak of 9.4 blocks at the age of 35. Fascinating, isn't it? As for Russell, applying the same foul-to-block ratio scenario results in an estimated career average of 8.6 blocks per game, with projections suggesting he could have reached an impressive 10.1 blocks per game at ages 32 and 33, and also blocked 9 or more shots in several other seasons, including his rookie year, his fourth year, and his final season. Do these higher estimates seem plausible? Theoretically, they could be, but I confess to holding a degree of skepticism. I believe it's reasonable to suggest that the averages for both Chamberlain and Russell lie somewhere within the range I've proposed, perhaps around 4.4 blocks per game at the lower end and potentially reaching 8 or more at the higher end. Let's not forget, there were indeed more possessions per game in their era, particularly earlier on, and both players logged far more minutes than the players currently do. So while I may lean toward thinking that the claim of 8.8 blocks per game may be slightly inflated, it remains within the realm of possibility to believe that these legendary players might have posted such remarkable numbers. After all, their overall performance stats were nothing short of extraordinary, so could Wilt have achieved this? It's at least worthy of consideration and discussion.